This free step-by-step video comes to you directly from Haynes. You can complete more than 200 jobs on this vehicle when you purchase the complete Haynes online manual at haynes.com.
Cooling system draining. With the engine completely cold, slowly turn the cap anti-clockwise to relieve the pressure in the cooling system. A hissing sound will normally be heard. Wait until any pressure remaining in the system is released, then continue to turn the cap until it can be removed. Where necessary, release the fasteners and remove the engine lower splash shield. Position a suitable container beneath the radiator bottom hose connection. Then pull out the retaining clip and ease the hose from the radiator stub. If the hose joint has not been disturbed for some time, it may be necessary to gently manipulate the hose to break the joint. Do not use excessive force, or the radiator stub could be damaged. Allow the coolant to drain into the container. Note that the radiator is equipped with a drain tap, but this can only be accessed with the front bumper removed. Disconnect the hose from the thermostat housing cover . Then unscrew the thermostat housing retaining bolts . And remove the thermostat to drain the engine block. Allow the coolant to drain. If you're planning on flushing the coolant out of the engine block, delay fitting of the thermostat until the engine has been flushed. Otherwise, refit the thermostat and housing using a new seal . Tighten the retaining bolts to the specified torque. Once all the coolant has drained, reconnect the hose to the radiator and ensure the retaining clip is properly seated. Cooling system flushing. To flush the radiator, first disconnect the top and bottom hoses and any other relevant hoses from the radiator. Insert a garden hose into the radiator top inlet, direct a flow of clean water through the radiator and continue flushing until clean water emerges from the radiator bottom outlet. If the contamination is particularly bad, insert the hose in the radiator bottom outlet and reverse flush the radiator. To flush the engine, ensure that the thermostat is removed, then temporarily refit the thermostat cover without the thermostat. Tighten the bolts securely, but do not over-tighten them. With the top and bottom hoses disconnected from the radiator, insert a garden hose into the radiator top hose. Direct a clean flow of water through the engine and continue flushing until clean water emerges from the radiator bottom hose. On completion of flushing, refit the thermostat using a new seal and tighten the housing mounting bolts to the specified torque. Reconnect the hoses and secure them with the hose retaining clips. Cooling system filling. Slacken the clip and withdraw the heater unit supply hose from its bulkhead stub until the bleed hole at the top of the hose is clear of the surface of the stub. Do not disconnect the hose from the stub completely. Remove the securing screws and detach the expansion tank from the engine compartment. Raise it approximately 100 mm above the engine compartment and support it there on a block of wood or using a length of wire. With the expansion tank filler cap removed, fill the system by slowly pouring the coolant into the expansion tank to prevent airlocks from forming. Begin by pouring in a couple of litres of water, followed by the correct quantity of antifreeze, then top up with more water. Continue filling until coolant starts to run from the bleed hole in the heater hose. When this happens, refit the hose and tighten the clip securely. Once the level in the expansion tank starts to rise, squeeze the radiator top and bottom hoses to help expel any trapped air in the system. Once all the air is expelled, top up the coolant level to the max mark, refit the expansion tank cap, then refit the expansion tank to the bodywork. Start the engine and run it at a fast idle for about 3 minutes. After this, allow the engine to idle normally until the bottom hose becomes hot. Check for leaks, particularly around disturbed components. Check the coolant level in the expansion tank and top up if necessary. Note that the system must be cold before an accurate level is indicated in the expansion tank. Never remove the cap when the engine is still hot.